You just take one look at the house and you know this is special.
These are the original blueprints. This to me is just a stunning amount of detail, and I know that this was his dream to build this.
So that's Unicorn Farm. It has a kind of a magical quality about it. I'm Joseph Henry Wythe. I'm an architect. Been at this 70 some odd years now. Lois says, well, I'll go up and I'll look around for our ideal property where we can build our dream house. Well, we wanted property on the water because we wanted to watch the wildlife come down to the water. We didn't want to advertise that we're setting up a wildlife sanctuary. A real estate agent asked her what kind of property they wanted. She said, well, we want a rural property where we can just do some farming. What are you going to grow on your farm? Lois dodged the question, and so he kept coming back to it, and she finally got exasperated, and he said, I'll just tell you what, we're going to raise unicorns. So when Lois called back that night, she says, I haven't found our property, but I know what we're going to call it.
This is a house that's related to Frank Lloyd Wright and one of his followers by the name of Bruce Goff. Mr. Wythe, who built this house, was his student and continued on the rest of his life as a person that was environmentally acute and wanted to do architecture that was unique to its site rather than just another box. This house is part of a kind of architecture that is often called organic architecture. And that organicness means that it's related to the earth and site-specific. But the fact that it has an earthen roof is very, very unique because most organic houses were not earth-assisted. So the name unicorn really works here because there are about as many of these kinds of houses as there are unicorns.
You see the front entrance as you're coming down the driveway, but even there, you don't see it immediately. As you come in, you enter a kind of an enchanted forest. This road bends around, so you don't see very far into that forest. And so this winding through the forest instead of a straight line up to the front door is unusual. In an organic house, you don't enter all at once. You go down the hallway, you're intrigued to see what's around the bend. And so this continuous experience of changing views as you come through the house, it creates this feeling that you want to see more of it, explore, well, what are the beauties of this space? That's what makes it organic, because you and the building are reacting together. I knew that we wanted the opening towards the south. It could be dug into the hillside so we could do an earth shelter house. We needed an outside living space, a screen porch that was accessible to the main living space. The idea of a great room was an appeal to me. They all could converse back and forth between the various areas. And the fireplace was where it could be seen from all three areas. So that was the basic concept, and then, so it came together rather quickly. And from that, I saw that they were arranged at a 45-degree angle for the basic outside. So the house wound up based on an angle of multiples of 22.5 degrees. 22.5, 45, on up to 90 or 180 degrees. And so as you look at the floor plan of this house, you can see those multiple angles coming into play. It just worked out very beautifully.
Before we saw it, we knew nothing about it. We didn't know it existed. We decided that if we didn't try to buy it, we'd regret it forever. And here we are. We bought it in 2020, and it's now 2023, and we're still learning things about the place. It's pretty fascinating. It's peaceful, it's quiet. Every season you get a different view out the same window. I think Mr. Wythe, as he aged, he just couldn't keep up with the place. There wasn't anything wrong with the place. It had just been neglected. We did some tree removal, tore everything off those banks in front of the house, opened up a lot of spaces. The biggest thing was the roof, by far, and we knew it leaked when we bought the house. When we found that the seams were the problem, that was actually a blessing because it became very easy to fix. So all we've had to do now is reseal all the seams, and everywhere we've done that, the leaks have stopped.
These creative houses have a hard time living in the modern world because it's hard to find people to take care of them. You have to work hard. I think Christopher has been pretty creative about taking care of this house.
I'm not a builder, I'm not a contractor. I'm an accountant who happens to think he's good at stuff and can follow directions, but it's been a lot of fun.
A lady came through this house one time and she says, this house feels like it loves me. It feels like it's wrapping its arms around me and giving me a great big hug.
It's a pretty special place. I feel pretty darn fortunate to be living here.